We are standing in the middle of Society Hill, the residential section of Old City, Philadelphia. Beginning in the late 1750s and lasting until the outbreak of the American Revolution, a burst of construction filled many of the empty spaces east of 4th Street. We're looking up 4th now. Many historic houses, as you see, all preserved, and the ones that had filled in those empty spaces. Please notice some of the architectural detail, the Flemish blonde brickwork, which is that interesting pattern, dark and red, long and short sides of the brick. We see this repeated throughout the colonial period in the Georgian style. As we make our way up the street, we're going to take a look at pretty much every house from the colonial period. All historically certified, and most of them privately owned. On the bigger streets, like Pine and 4th, we have merchant townhouses. We'll see later, as we round the corner, contrasting with the merchant townhouses were workmen's bandboxes, often set back from the street in courts. And here we are, Delancey Street. In 1765, John Drinker erected his dwelling on Pine Street and 5 income-producing bandboxes at the rear of his lot facing Delancey Street. Other apartments were added during the early 1700s. The early 1800s, pardon me. You'll notice the houses on this street are much smaller. And to my back is a park, a courtyard, currently used as a playground. The markers on the houses indicate which fire company was responsible should there be a fire. And there's a view that hasn't changed in hundreds of years. We like the window at the top of this one. So what was once an out-of-the-way courtyard for the poorer people is now a very elite section of historically preserved properties. That right there is a shoe scrape. No colonial house would be without one. The streets were not paved, they were dirt, and that's where you would scrape the mud off your shoe before entering the house.